There were a lot of really good games. We had
Yeah.
Blood Dungeon there.
Oh,
Blood Dungeon
okay.
on my list to talk about.
Yes. Blood Dungeon, I think, is just like a slap in the face to like the concept, the notion that like, oh, I have to rely on like AI too, because I like, and obviously very talented developers have worked on this. They made Wheel World, they made Nidhogg. Like these are excellent game developers. But he was telling me, yeah, this was my game that I worked on when I was like winding down at night. And I just was like, it was kind of a relaxing experience. Then I found a musician to do the it's actually the Wheel World composer who's like doing audio direction. But like the game itself has this vibe, not quite like
MS Paint.
MS Paint, yeah, but like it reminds me of like the early days of like Xbox Live Arcade.
Totally.
And the game itself is like really excellent, but it's like you can put a game out and it can be incredible, preview incredible at least, because I think it's probably maybe my game of show.
Yeah.
And you don't have to rely on like AI slop. Like we've seen in the AAA space, so many companies, like, I mean, there were companies here that, I don't know if I can talk about due to embargo, but, yeah, just like relying on that shit.
Yeah.
And
there's so many ways to make a game, and like, it should be, you know, something that so many developers have like that personality and that passion of like what's specific to them and like what speaks to them. And it's nice to play something that feels, you know, authored and like intentional. And yeah, like Blood Dungeon was incredible. I'm not the biggest like Vampire Survivors like fan necessarily. I've played Vampire Survivors, obviously. We play Goobies all the time, which is like kind of like in that style as well. But this is like Vampire Survivors meets platforming. And I love platforming, and I'm really good at platforming.
Hell yeah.
So this was like very smooth, but also it's like pretty friendly even if you're not into platforming, because you can the fact that you can kind of grapple and crawl and everything like on the walls. And they have like the ability to climb on at least the level that they suggest that everyone play, like the first one. Yeah. They have those cages from like Mario World. Yeah. And it's like, oh, literally that's like one of my favorite things to do in a video game ever is to be on those cages. So yeah, it was just super fun, chaotic, really fun art, and a great like, you know, in classic Vampire Survivor style, like a great constant like dopamine unlock. Like you would be unlocking stuff like all the time. It was great to like experiment with my build. I'm kind of getting more into the rogue genre as well. So yeah, I just really like found me at the perfect time. And yeah, I really loved it. I think like mechanically, it's just such an instant click. So
yeah, mechanically so professional and polished. It kind of belies the look of
the doofiness
kind of look. Yeah. But it's so smooth, exactly the way it needed to be. I was also worried about the amount of just things that are going off, projectiles and things. I'm like, is this going to start to show problems? Because, you know, it's a demo, it's an early demo. You never know if those things are going to be a problem, but nothing ever slowed down and you were constantly going. I loved that at one point I found a gun where I could shoot spider webs and I could make my own like walking up.
Oh,
so
nice.
I didn't have to like worry about being trapped anywhere.
Yeah.
And just the synergies that they had for the different things of like, there were items that I found that you shoot more when you're going faster, and then you're getting items that make you go faster.
Exactly.
And faster.
Yeah.
And so many different situations like that. So great.
Which too, to like clarify for people, like it's the structure is like you have like a general like level, like almost like an arena that you're going up and down. There's like ladders, there's walls, and then there's also like kind of doorways that have keys. So you have to like look and find the key and then sort of try to remember, okay, I have the green key now. Where might the green door be? Yeah. And you're just like progressing more to like find chests. Some of them are just available. Some of them are locked behind like the currency that's in the game, like getting enough coins. And that's like the general like loop of it. But the other thing that was really cool is just like the animation work is very like fun and silly. Like there's different characters you can choose, but like the like kind of default character, like the main guy, his arm just kind of wave like nonstop. And
it reminds me of like old Newgrounds
games. And they have just like a lot of like smart little design choices. Like this is very like almost like a la Super Meat Boy, but like when you're done with like a session, they mark your path, because again, it's like if you were to zoom out, it's not
I didn't see that. That's cool.
But it'll like show like where you start and like, oh, you went up the wall and then you came down, and then you went back up, then you went back, and it kind of just like it just feels really good to look at that and see like what you've done. It also kind of takes the sting out of like, no matter what happens, whether you like won or lost, it's like satisfying to see your process. And like, I appreciate a developer that can consider like, how can we make a loss condition still feel good? I feel like that's a real rarity in games, and this does that. So even though I didn't lose because I was really good, except for the first one. The second time I did great. So yeah.
Yeah. I had like a supremely broken build at my final. I got my ass whooped a couple times, but then I lucked out and I got this ability that I had a jetpack. I had a button that I left fire trails below.
I had the fire trail as well, yeah.
And so that combined with the jetpack, I was just raining fire. And then I had 50% extra damage when you're above an enemy. And then I could take 3 frames of damage for free. So I was just like cruising around the map. It was so fun. But yeah, Blood Dungeon. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I think people should go and check it out. I think it'll. I'm sure. I think there might be like a Steam demo up, or I'm sure there will be soon. If not, but definitely one to look out for.